Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hope you had a great Thursday. Hope you had a great Thursday. Great Thursday. I finally got this picture working right because I fixed it. Hey, dude. Good afternoon. Hey, paper. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I finally got this picture resolved and fixed right. Plus, I got to tell y'all an update on a news story I read about Trump's ankles and feet. Ciao. It hasn't stopped yet. Because Trump is mad about a news report that happened about his ankles and feet that had identified that he's doing, that the White House is having him do something different. No problem, dude. No problem. Look, listen, it took me a minute to use Patreon properly. So listen, I charge it to my head, not my heart. And I still be not getting stuff sometimes. Oh, we got some good Cankle stories. Some good Cankle stories. Now, y'all know that Trump met with Vladimir Putin last week, right? Okay. Now, when he meets with other leaders prior to that, he was doing stuff. Y'all didn't notice that when the White House would release footage of him having those discussions, he's at a table. He's either at a table or he's behind the Resolute desk, right? So, but because he doesn't want people looking at his ankles and feet compared against other world leaders' ankles and feet. Oh, it's the best. It's the best shit ever, man. And mostly, and hold on, let me fix something real quick. We had a maggot here that was upset. Lies and propaganda when we all saw what those foots was looking like, okay? I'm not sure why broke people are always arguing user 936. Are you broke? Looks that way. Bye. You're broke out of here. I have found that one of the reasons why, hey Trail, hey beautiful, why MAGA gets triggered when this stuff comes up, because their ankles and legs tend to look like that too. Hey, Mrs. Thompson. So when I talk about Trump, they feel like they were attacked. Yes, we can call them trotters too. That's what my grandmama used to call pig's foots. She would call them trotters. And considering those things are wider than all outside these days, we can call them trotters. You can call them trotters or foots. You can't call them feet. They're too big for that. But you can call them foots or you can call them trotters. Hey, Earth, good afternoon. Hey, Mantis. So, hey, Linda, how are you? And hey, Farmer Don. Hey, Joan. Yeah, so when I look at all of this, I go, quiet as kept. This is American exceptionalism. Think about it. Think about how many, next time you go out, watch how many people who are older are in horrible shape. And they'll blame everybody under the sun but themselves for their current medical condition. Right? Current medical condition. You think Trump lives in my head, but I sure lived in yours. I blocked you and you came back and I blocked that account too. Bye, beloved. See, they identify. Their ankles look like that too. Quiet as kept, those ankles are so wide in this picture, it looks like he got 2 sets of knees. That's why he's really mad. All that fluid on his legs, and every time he moves, that leg shifts. And I'm going to tell you something. He feels that shit moving. And I'll tell you why I know he knows. Andy, we don't do DEI in here. You're not allowed to ask me questions like that, beloved. You're blocked. Bye. Just like I blocked your other 2 accounts. Don't come in here asking me that stuff. I don't allow that. It's just like Trump. You can't ask questions like that. Mantis, I tear up their feelings every day. This is why I do it. This is why I do it. Ultimately, what do they say? I'm just like Joker. You complete me. That's what I tell MAGA. They hate that shit. They hate it. But I thought we was trolling though. I thought we was having big fun. You know? Billy all upset. Don't be talking about my boyfriend. That is Donald Trump. I tell you, everybody talks about all the gay men in America. There are way more gay men in the Republican Party that have wives than anywhere else. Okay? Y'all see how these conservative men get triggered when you talk about other men? They crash out. You know why? Because they want a husband too. They're not living in their truths. They're living the life that was safe for them to live. Why? Because they were too afraid to live their real life. That's why. Religion got them compliant. Religion got them living a lie. Don't be mad. Don't be mad because you want your own husband. You don't have to wait until your 70s and 80s to live in your truth, beloved. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You can be you. This is a safe space to be you. The only thing you can't be in here is hardcore MAGA. You can't do that in here. This isn't a space for that. Go start your own live. I promise I won't come. That's one thing you don't have to worry about from me. I will not show up to your live to talk to you about stuff. Say it again, Farmer Don. Every time Republicans come to a town for a convention, Grindr shuts down. Y'all think that's an accident, a coincidence? I told you there are no coincidences. Didn't I tell you there are no coincidences? There are no coincidences. Jason, you don't get to tell me to behave. Get your own wife and tell her to behave. Bye. He had 100 followers. If 500 people don't trust you enough to follow you, well, I will not be 101 that listens. We're not doing that here. Hey, Pickles. We're not doing that here. No. See, look at conservatives coming to my live expecting DEI. You ain't getting no DEI here. I'm doing wonderful, Pickles. How are you? But you're not getting any. This is not a safe space for your feelings, right? Trump said I didn't have to take that into consideration. I just don't think y'all banked on a liberal doing it to y'all. Oh, Mary, you need to go make a sandwich, beloved. Bye. Conservative women are not allowed to talk in my live. Hey, JW. Hey, JW. They're not allowed to talk in my live. Look. Attention all Walmart shoppers. Attention all Walmart shoppers. Please move your shopping cart to the side of the aisle. That Negro woman's on TikTok again, talking about our president and his swollen ankles and legs. Gladys, yeah, I know your legs look like Trump, but I need you to get your ass on TikTok. Put down the noodles. The noodles will be there when you get done, Gladys. Put the damn noodles down and get your ass on TikTok and stop that Negro woman from talking about Trump and his cankles. They get so turned up. They get so turned up. Jesus, they get so turned up. So turned up. It's like, don't be mad at me. Be mad that that fixed income you got don't stretch far enough because of groceries. This guy did that. Listen, Oscar, they tight. Oh, they massively tight. They're tighter than Trump's bowels. You understand? They tight with me this evening. Thank you, Kels. Hey, JK. They so mad. Why you mad with me? Don't be mad with me. Right? I'm just telling. Listen, MAGA. I'm just excited for you to get all the things you voted for. You know? I'm with you, Divide, Newsom 2028. Look, I'm going to show y'all some stuff in a minute. You know, I'm happy, MAGA, that you're getting exactly what you voted for. What did I tell y'all earlier? I said Florida is the second state, the number 2 state with the largest financial problems right now. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Bye, Berto. You only have 44 followers. I don't trust it. My spidey senses was tingling. It was like I was feeling this tingling, like it was tingling. It was like, yeah, block. Block. I want to thank you for joining me this afternoon. I only ask you to do a couple things when you come through the live, right? I hope, first of all, I know you had a great day. I ain't gonna say I hope you did. I'm gonna say you did, okay? I only ask for folks to do a couple of things that come through the lives, right? Tap that like button for me. It helps to boost my live, right? And hit that copy link button. You don't even have to send it to anybody. Copy link counts as a share. Thank you all so much for the help. I appreciate that. And then only other thing I ask for you to do is have a good time. And don't troll. Don't be like the MAGA trolls. I don't care if you troll, but you can't be a MAGA troll. Now, MAGA, I'll let you come in too, but you gotta be quiet. Now, if you start talking and getting all sassy at the lips and stuff, with your neck popping, bye. I'm gonna have to put you out, okay? All right? Okay, move over to your iPad, OG. You're gonna have a great time. We have fun time in here. In twice a day. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And both times I am able to produce a large, just really hot cup of conservative tears that I get to sip on the entire live. Thank you all so much. I appreciate that. I get to sip on this, and the Blickety Block cup is available. The link is in my bio. Just for y'all, if y'all interested in being able to Blickety Block people too, while you sipping tip. I tell you, conservative tears are extremely hydrating. They are. They are extremely hydrating. They're great for your skin. You know, hey Maribel, hey beautiful. Yes, hot MAGA tears are wonderful. You add a little honey in there. Oh, they're so sweet. They're so sweet. They get so mad with me, but we're at just the beginning of being mad tonight, right? We're just at, now before we get into some other stuff, especially future President Newsom. I know Trump hates that. You know, him having to go up against somebody that's markedly younger than him, you know. But anyway, before we do that, I don't want y'all to lose sight of the fact that all of those Trump distractions, we still need those Epstein files, okay? So don't forget about that, all right? Don't forget, we still don't have the Epstein files, okay? We still don't have them. And Trump said he would release them, right? Dan Bongino said he'd get to the bottom of them and release them. Kash Patel said he'd release them. And that lying-ass Pam Bondi claimed she had the list on her desk. Where's the list, Pam? We want the list. We want all the files. We want all the files, Pam, because we didn't forget, Pam. We heard what you said, and we was waiting, girl. Where them files at, sis? We want the files, please. Okay, Pam? We're not going to go away, girl. You can threaten to do... Now, I'm going to tell y'all about some couple of news things that we have going on today, but Pam's trying to preoccupy herself with all this other shit, except them damn files. What we want the files. Now, I want to talk about the fact, first of all, can I say thank Gavin Newsom and his media team? I still want to keep on going. Yes, 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 yes. Hold on. I got somebody else that's trying to protect predators. They got to go. Look, you know, that the MAGA comes in. I'm going to tell y'all what talking point they were given by Fox News, right? Well, why didn't the Biden administration release the files when he was in office if Trump was in there? That's what they say, right? That's what they come in. Y'all see it. Y'all might see it. I don't know if y'all get to see it enough. Oh, hold on. We got a MAGA lady. Hey, you should be making sandwiches. It's 5:24. Gotta go, beloved. Only liberal women can come in here talking. And Maxim, you're not even from America, beloved. You're in Africa. I am Malcolm X, beloved. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Look at all the trolls. Look at all the trolls coming through. They crashing, y'all, because Gavin might get a a Nobel Peace Prize. They crashing, y'all. They crash. Why won't my president get? Oh, hold up. Before I do that, hey North Shore, I'm gonna give you a tip about a grammatical tip. When you want to say to, this is a tip. Think of the word to in that way that you're attempting to use it, like also. So anytime you want to say also with the word to, make sure you add an extra O. Bye. Don't forget to write. You've been booted. Bye, beloved. Oh, they come in because it'll be one or two that come in and they get so upset, they get so mad. And then some of them, their comments aren't even seen. That's the beautiful part of it. Those are the best ones. The ones who came to my live and they had so much to say. Scary Terry, you said you still have I have your main page blocked by mistake. Scary Terry, write your ID in here. So I'll take care of it myself after the live. Somebody got blocked the other day in my live and I did unblock it. So just let me know what your ID was and I'll make sure to unblock it. Okay? Thank you so much. So they're upset because Newsom is tearing that ass up. They're upset because the economy is tearing their ass up. Remember they told you when Trump comes in office, he's going to lower groceries. He's going to make those grocery stores not try to take all our money. Now, all of a sudden, quiet. Nobody says anything. Nobody says nothing. All of a sudden, they don't say nothing. Scary Terry, make sure you write your other ID in here so I can see it, so I can know which one to unblock. Hey, Primus, you don't even live in California. Why you give a fuck about what they doing? Mind your business. See, that's the other problem because you've been blocked too. See, that's the other problem with conservatives, right? They're nosy. Hey, Ryan Murdano, you've been blocked. Nope. America, fuck yeah. That's what this live is. I don't tolerate anything I don't like. Isn't that supposed to be what America's all about now? You don't have to tolerate what you don't like. I don't like shit I don't like, I don't tolerate. Don't you love that movie? Isn't that movie awesome, Kara? That movie's fucking awesome. I remember I showed that to my kids. She laughed her ass off. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? She laughed her ass off. Scary Terry, send me a DM because there's so much stuff happening in here. Send me a DM with your ID. Okay? Don't forget. Send me a message here with your ID. I love that movie. Durka Durka. MAGA, y'all gonna learn. Listen, this is what y'all have promoted with Trump. Okay, that's your main page. Okay, I see. Oh, hold on. I gotta wait for this thing to move. @ Okay, Chris, I'll take care of it after this live. Matter of fact, I might try to do it while we in here because I can do it on my computer right here. I'm gonna see. But man, listen. First of all, thank y'all this afternoon for being here. I appreciate it. I always appreciate you coming through the lives. All I ask you to do is tap that like button and hit the copy link button. Copy link counts as a share. You don't even have to send it to anybody. Also, as a reminder, don't forget to check out the Straight No Chaser podcast. New episodes drop every Wednesday. Well, it's not even every Wednesday. It's multiple times a week. But I dropped a new episode on Wednesday evening where I talked about the church. Because y'all need to understand how your government keeps you, they keep you in check and keep you obedient by infusing religion in your politics, okay? Now that's episode 29, okay? The title of that episode is called The Church of Politics, How Faith and Power Got Married. So you can understand, right? Chuck, you're right, I'm on the spectrum. So much so, I was able to boot you that fast. Look at that. Here today, gone today. Look at Chuck. Chuck, you should have stayed quiet. Chuck, you could have sat here if you stayed quiet. But Chuck, you got the book. Bye. He'll be back on one of his other lowly troll accounts. They always come back. That's how I can always tell the MAGA that's unemployed. You know, I can always tell the MAGA that's unemployed, because who got time to keep coming back to lives that you get put out of? Not me. I don't even go in lives that frankly aren't of interest to me. You understand? I don't go in places that don't interest me. I don't. But MAGA does. They're like a moth to a flame. They can't help themselves. Ooh, it looks like it's a gay couple in there over there in love. Let me go over there and get in their fucking business. If y'all minded y'all business, if y'all minded y'all waistline like y'all mind other people's business, y'all would be okay. Y'all would be okay. If y'all minded y'all waistline the way y'all mind other people's business, y'all would be okay. But y'all never do. Y'all never do. You always in somebody else's business. You're right, Tabby Cat. Proud Boys. It's nothing like a Proud Boy that's led by a Hispanic man cosplaying as a white guy. I guess y'all didn't catch that part about the guy that's one of the head guys of the Proud Boys. I guess they don't be paying attention to that stuff. What is it, Tarico? Alrighty then. Hey, I want to clue the rest of you Proud Boys in on something. That's not a tan that he has. Jesus. Jesus. You know, they be trying so hard. They're so cute how hard they try to fight. Yeah, that's his name, Enrique Tarrio. Anybody else know any white boys named Enrique Tarrio? I don't. Alrighty then. All right. Okay. Alrighty then. Hey, Philly guy. And you said, well, hold up. Let me read this again. I want to make sure I read it right. Living life. No, 3 killed in Florida thanks to... Nah, I'm not liking how you talking. Bye. I had to boot him too. If I booted you in jest and I was wrong, you can come back on another account and tell me, no. It was a joke, and I will own my mistake. But my spidey senses said that wasn't a mistake. You can't come here with that, beloved. I done told y'all. At least if y'all gonna try to be offensive, be funny. You understand? Be funny. Because then when you're funny, people really don't get offended. Because it's like, damn, that was a raw-ass joke, but that shit was funny. You understand? Y'all just not even funny. And your insults aren't even clever. Come on. Says, thank you. Good afternoon, Reef. Someone says, how the fuck people in Florida being affected by Newsom? Little A, they have no idea. You know how they're being affected by Newsom? Fox News told them so. Y'all know them little sheeps be sitting at home in front of the TV with their swollen ankles propped up propped up in the recliner. That recliner smells like old bacon and old bologna because they've owned it for 50 years, sitting in the same fucking spot 7 days a week, watching the same news programs that scare them half to death. Lois, did you hear about how Newsom is flying in people to Florida and he's attacking Florida from California? Fox News said right here on the television. They believe anything. You know, believe anything. You know, you're getting deported. Bye. Now, listen, y'all want to see a tricker? Watch that. See, they don't like when I tell the truth. They claim it's a lie, right? So listen, I'm going to make them feel like we're at Fox News right now. Hold on. Let me find my Fox News thing. Because I think this is going to help calm them down and they'll feel more at ease. There you go. There you go. Does that help calm you guys? See? You should be okay. Look, see. Repeat after me. This is a banana. Let's say it together. This is a banana. Eh? Huh? Eh? Hey, Sinopa. Hey, beautiful. Y'all mad with me? Fox News lies to you every fucking day. And y'all love it. Hey, storyteller. You love it. So, hey, Lori. So, just repeat this statement over. Just keep saying it over and over and over again to yourself. And then eventually, you will fall in line and just ride it with me. You see, you understand? You understand? Eternal Creations, after I saw that avatar, please God, please stop creating. Please, Republican Jesus. Please, Republican Jesus. I looked at that avatar. Please stop creating. Please. That's what my ass gets for looking at avatars. What news agency doesn't lie? You're right. Fox News lies. I'm glad you agree with us, Ryan. I'm glad. Now you can go. All I needed was someone to co-sign. He's gone. He's gone, dude. I've blocked him. You gotta love it. What news agency doesn't lie? Thank you for telling us Fox News lies, Captain Obvious. We already knew that. I'm just saying, if you watch me the way you watch Fox News, you'll be fine. Remember, this is a banana. Just relax. And when you see that it's just a banana, you won't be threatened by anything I've said to you today. Okay? Now, I just remember, I forgot to tell y'all something. Yeah, the Midas boys are pretty honest, and the Aaron Parnas boy is too. Remember when I showed y'all this picture earlier? Because I forgot to finish telling y'all something about that. Hold on, let me find it. Remember when I showed you this picture earlier? Okay, I was trying to tell you the rest of it. Hey, Waxy from Oklahoma. I heard something about Oklahoma on the news earlier. I'm going to write it down because I'm going to mention that. Okay, so y'all see this picture of Trump, right? Okay, so remember I told y'all, and I had showed you pictures before about his ankles and feet. So those ankles and feet are still swollen. Don't forget, they're still swollen and full of fluid. Nothing's changed there. I told y'all, nothing's changed. Now, I don't know if y'all watched the summit where he met Putin, but when Trump walked down that carpet, he couldn't walk in a straight line. I don't know if any of you saw it, but them foots was hurting. Them foots was hurting, beloved. And you know they was sweating. And he had on dress socks. Now listen, men know they can vouch for this. And women too. Because if you run into this in pantyhose, if you sweat enough in your shoes, your feet start sliding. Now he ain't had much room in them shoes, because them foots was stuffed in there like a can of sausages, right? But honey, Trump couldn't walk in a straight line. I want you to Google Trump walks down carpet at Russian summit and look at that damn video. He couldn't even walk in a straight line. Couldn't even walk in a straight line. It was like he was on one of them slip and slides. Go watch it. When you watch that video, that was crazy. Listen, Tiffany, just like I always say, and as soon as Trump got in the beast, he popped them shoes off. What they say? That's both shoes. He popped them shoes off, and them things was because you ever had on a pair of shoes that hurt you, and when you finally take them off, your feet be throbbing to all be down. And the fact that he's sticking them trotters in some shoes and they can't fit, you know he getting bunions. And he probably got a couple hats on them toes too. Let's just keep it all the way a buck. You say, who cares? Biden, oh dang, they was gone already. But that's good, my dog was child. He said Biden couldn't walk up a flight of stairs. Neither can Trump. He's carrying water. Literally, those are water jugs. Hey, Roxy. Like anybody here work out? You heard of that thing called a farmer's walk? You know, where they have you carry the weights and it's the farmer's walk. This dude is doing a farmer's walk every day. Yeah, Trump trying to use tinier steps now. He's trying to, but you can't use tinier steps when your foot's as big like that. See, when your foot's, oh, listen, he do need some Crocs. Can you imagine the president walking in the White House and every time, you know that moist sound you hear when people be walking in Crocs? They'll hear Trump coming down the hall. Here come the president. How you know? I hear him in them Crocs. You're like, damn. Because right now they hear him when he coming anyway. This is what they hear. That's all that water. I told y'all, Trump done had baby Capri Suns on those legs for months now. I've been told y'all. Those legs are like little mini Capri Suns he carrying around. Yep, they're Capri Suns. And so when he walk, like, you know how sometimes you hear water and it make you want to use the bathroom? I bet you, look, every time he walk around Melania goes, I'll be back. I have to go to the bathroom. It's you, Mr. President. It's all that water, all that agua. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm here to keep Trump honest, and I'm here to keep Republicans honest, right? You said, so is it jelly or jelly shoes? It's a little of both. A little of both. A little of both. Y'all didn't notice that his pants legs are a little wider. I caught that shit. Didn't I tell y'all that at some point Trump gonna be out there in bell bottoms like John Travolta from Staying Alive? Didn't I tell y'all? Y'all don't listen to me when I be telling y'all stuff. I told y'all. I said he gonna be out there, them pants. I told you. I said those pants legs are gonna get wider and wider and wider. I told y'all. I told you. And I was right. I told you. They're trying to cover up for the fact that the president is still sick. He's having some health issues. And we have a right to know what the president's health issues are. You see, you notice, Crystal, you notice too. He still has bruising on his hand. Bruising on the hand should have been cleared by now, right? Except if you're regularly getting some type of treatment via your hand. Via your hand. No selective outrage, Jay. I selected you for booting. Bye. Y'all know y'all can't come in here with that. You can't come in here with that. What they used to say, tell them why you mad, son. Because y'all don't seem to know why you're mad. You know? But again, I stand by saying, and I stand by saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. Right. He was so concerned. Donald Trump was so concerned about Joe Biden's health. You know why? Because Trump wanted to pretend that he was in better shape and younger. Joe Biden is in better shape than Donald Trump. Joe Biden bikes miles, and that man fighting cancer. Trump he's not physical at all. He don't ride no bicycle. None of that. That's not what he does. He doesn't do anything physical. When I saw him up on the roof, I was surprised by that. Because, I went, there must be an elevator to the roof. But no, then I said, oh, okay. I get it. I know how he ended up on the roof. Trump was wandering around the White House like he usually is. And he went someplace. And then bam, found a door to the stair to the roof and said, oh, I'm going to go up here. And honestly, he was really up there because he didn't want to answer questions from the press. Because the press was going to ask about Epstein. Yep. Biden's in better shape. You disagree, Lou? Why? Do your legs look like Trump's? Is that why? Bye. I'm telling you, the people, yeah, Trump's going to be on the, now, yeah, let me address that real quick. So Trump is going to be with the National Guard tonight in D.C., right? Patrolling. Nobody asked for a Gravy Seal to ride with the National Guard. That's the first thing. Nobody asked for that, right? Right? Nobody asked for that. Physically, Biden's in better shape, and mentally. Think about it. This guy said they were eating cats and dogs. Something's wrong with this guy. Something's wrong with this guy. Biden is in better mental shape than Trump and physical shape. Period. No matter how people want to frame it. But your president tonight, now he ain't gonna have on no vest like them, because I know they ain't got one that fit. They'd have to put two together, right? So they ain't got one that fit. But he out cosplaying as a copper tonight. Cosplaying as a National Guard person. And see, again, I told you I'm local to the area. Most people ain't even locals aren't paying this shit no attention. Locals aren't paying this shit no attention. Locals are looking at this. I literally saw a video earlier of a guy that's literally just out on the street like he always is with his cell phone recording police officers, talking to police officers, some of the National Guard people. He even cussing some of them out because he know he can. He knows he can. No, I'm not going to let people up. Get out. Don't nobody want to talk to you. I never asked for you. I didn't even send for you. But I did put you out. Come on. Are you going to let anybody up? No. Even if I do let people up, but it ain't MAGA. Give a fuck what you think. I told y'all I don't care. Let me see. Hold up. Is that... Okay. I thought it was a fuck to give. I thought I had a fuck to give over there, but I just checked. I don't have nothing. I don't have none left. See, that's the thing. MAGA is so used to people caring about their opinion. I don't care. See, y'all don't care about people. You don't care about your country. Well, I don't care about your opinion. Why would I? I know where a comma goes in a sentence. Fuck, I look like arguing with you. Are you kidding me? I saw a conversation with Neil deGrasse Tyson yesterday, the astrophysicist. And for MAGA, if you're here, that's a guy who knows about space. Okay? I know some of you go, Astro what? Yeah, astrophysicist, right? Astrophysicist, right? Hold on for 1 second, you guys. I had a stutterer. I don't like stutterers either. He said the same thing more than one time. Gotta go, right? And Neil deGrasse Tyson said something so beautiful yesterday. And this is why I don't argue with MAGA. He says, if you're in a disagreement with somebody longer than 5 minutes, you're both wrong. Think about it. He says if you're arguing with somebody or you're in a disagreement with somebody longer than 5 minutes, you're both wrong. And I was like, whoa. And then he explained it. He said, listen, if you're saying something that's so ridiculous, and I know it's ridiculous, and my mother used to say this, she would say it in a different way. I'll tell you how my mom used to say it. But he said, and it's so ridiculous, and you spend all this time invested in trying to convince them that their opinion doesn't make any sense, now you're both going to be wrong. Because you already knew that what they said was ridiculous before you even said a word. Stop arguing with silly people, y'all. I don't. Because then you verify stupid. My mother always used to say, don't argue with stupid people. Because then you ain't going to have one stupid person, you'll have two stupid people. Don't do it. That's why I love that you like it. I love it. If you find peace peace and serenity in the light, if you find peace and serenity in MAGA, do that. I applaud you. And I'm going to make sure when your state comes begging for federal funds, because they always do if they're run by conservatives, that I'm going to make sure I keep your ass honest and make sure you get denied. Can't have you flipping and betraying yourself, can I? Thank you so much, dude. Look, I try to be smart. I read books. And MAGA, just in case you're not sure what that is, it's an item. It can be hard because you can have books. Books come in different forms. You can have a hardback book or you can have a softback book. Okay? All right? And these things called books, we love to read them because it allows us to learn more about the world and everything around us. Oh, you were talking about him. You were talking about Gavin Newsom. That foreign ass Gavin. Now, while we're here, well, no, they're not going to know about audiobook Storyteller because that's going to require them to own a Kindle. They're going to say, what's a Kindle, Melois? Why would I want an electronic that only lets me read books, Lois? Why would I need that? They're not doing those books, beloved. They're not. Yeah, Storyteller, they're not. They beg for federal funds. Nebraska's begging right now, y'all. Nebraska's begging right now. I told y'all earlier, Florida is the second largest state. I'm sorry, not second largest. Florida is the second state, right? That it's the second state that they are having money issues. The second state with money issues. The second state with money issues. And just so y'all know, people in Florida are buying groceries with the delayed pay system. Just so y'all know, and number one is Texas. I'm just letting y'all know. Number one is Texas for money. Number one. You may not be, Dennis. Let me see. Oh, yes, you are, Dennis. You only got 644 followers. I guarantee those groceries that you buying are on some type of pay delay. What they say, I guarantee it. Okay? I guarantee it. All right? I'm trying to find where it's at. Hold on. Yeah, they are paying with, they're doing that buy now, pay later stuff. The Klarna and all that stuff at the register. That's what conservatives are doing. That's what Floridians are doing. I don't know their political affiliation, but Floridians are doing the buy now, pay later for groceries. That's not good. That's not good. Block, you said you just found out that your neighbor is on Section 8. Oh, a whole bunch of them usually be on Section 8. That's the thing. They talk a lot of shit, but they're all on the fucking system. So I'm glad in many ways that this shit is happening. There is nobody else to blame. There are no Democrats there to save them. I told y'all this morning about the conservative woman who was upset that her son is special needs and she's concerned that her child may not get the resources that he needs in school. And my response, fuck your kid. What you mean? You voted for your child not to get that stuff. How the hell it look me caring more about your kid than you care about your kid? Man, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. I'm not going to care more about your damn family than you care about your family. That's your baby. That's your baby. And you decided when it was your baby, well, I fuck my baby. You did that. You need to figure it out, boo. But I ain't doing shit. I don't have no more little kids in school. When my youngest baby has autism, when she was in school, there were services for children. So that wasn't my experience, beloved. So I can't relate. I don't know what to tell you. Thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. That's all I can really tell you. Because I don't really get caught up in other shit. Just like I told y'all earlier about the lady who was from the, I will vote for Donald Trump. That lady. It's the same thing. Same thing. I don't feel no sorry for her. They snatched up her husband. Her husband is about to be deported. Host has a heart filled with too much anger. No, I don't. I have a heart filled with conservative principles. You're not a real patriot. You're blocked. You're blocked. You're not a real patriot. Yeah, real patriots want to starve hungry children. Duh. Duh. Okay? So, duh. You're not a real patriot. You refuse to pay more for your groceries. That's why I find it interesting that I see MAGA complain, right? MAGA complains and all this other stuff. Oh, things are so high. Y'all see when they send the letters to Trump and shit. But if you're a patriot like y'all say y'all are, and Trump told you before the election he was going to put tariffs in place and it was going to hurt for a minute, but we'll be better off for it. All y'all said, yeah, we were, but you were prepared to hurt. Shut the fuck up and hurt. Shut up and buy that $30 per pound coffee. Shut up and buy them $20 spices. Real talk. They talk all that stuff, but when it's time to pay the money, they don't want to pay the money. Pay the money. And don't forget, Trump is in the Epstein files. Yeah, I see he's trying to force the Fed to low interest rates, but the problem is Trump done fucked up the economy. It's not good to lower interest rates. Lowering interest rates would only be good for rich people. See, rich people are so fucking greedy. You know why they want the rates lowered? You know why they want the rates lowered? Hey, Bill, get out of here. You're too old to hang out with us. Bye, beloved. That's DEI. We don't allow that in here. Nope. Bye, Pawpaw. You ain't gonna come in here telling me shit. It ain't 1947. You can't tell me shit. I got a husband. Bye, Pawpaw. Yeah, they voted for the bigotry and racism. And I sit here and laugh my ass off and watch how they go broke with that shit. Like, y'all remember those Tennessee floods? I don't recall hearing the White House ever offering them anything. I love every minute of that shit. That's what they voted for, right? Didn't they vote to get rid of FEMA and disaster relief and all those that they voted for this? This is why I feel nothing. Why am this is what I know. I cannot care about somebody more than they care about me, more than they care about, say, I'm sending tots and prayers, MAGA. Trav, you weren't even good at trying that, beloved. Bye, you've been blocked. He tried. He thought he was going to be like real, oh, the racism. Nothing I said is racist, beloved. It's not that ism. Oh, gosh. I keep saying the same thing. Some of y'all were so angry about the immigrants. You had a 400 plus something year start and you're still poor. That is not the immigrants' fault. You're still poor. Go to your bathroom, clean off that dirty ass mirror in that bathroom and look at yourself. It's you. You're why you're poor. You're why you're poor. Lack of education, maybe lack of being, motivated, having determination. I don't know, but it's your fault. Nobody. Hey! You gotta love my dogs. That's Scooby and Scrappy Doo. Hold on, you guys. I got somebody outside my door. Hold on a second. Shut up. You too much. No. Shut up! There was somebody outside and they're being loud. Who was that? It was a solicitor. We need one of those signs. Okay, I'm still on live. Hold on a second. I need one of those signs like my neighbor. You know, I need one of those signs like my neighbor that my neighbor has a sign that says the dog can reach the front of the fence in three seconds. Can you? I need one of those. Yeah, my dog, but listen, my dogs do a good job, but at the same time, they bark at us too. You know, they bark at us too. So it's no difference. They bark at us too. You know, they bark at everything. Everything. No, I'm not talking about the no solicitor sign. My neighbor has a different sign. My neighbor has a sign at the front of his property that says, my dog can make it to the gate in 3 seconds. Can you? He doesn't even have a dog. But they don't walk on their property. They don't walk on over there because that sign get them shook. I've been living next to that man for almost 10 years. I thought they had a dog. Till my husband just told me a couple weeks ago. He said, they ain't got no damn dog. I said, ew. All this time I thought they had a dog. He's like, nah, but ain't nobody trying to test it. I said, oh, well, yeah, that's true. That's true. I wouldn't test it. Yeah, I don't know where he got that sign from, but he said he's had that sign for decades. And it keeps people off his property that shouldn't be on the property. And I can believe that because I wouldn't go there if I saw a sign that said my dog can reach the front of the gate in 3 seconds. Can you? Shit. Not me, Jack. I'm out. I'm out. You know? Yeah, I need that sign too. But I tell you, man. Now, I want to tell y'all about a couple things before we wrap up today. I learned about a couple of things. Now, in Oklahoma, I know somebody said they were from Oklahoma in here. Oklahoma is now implementing a new test for teachers, okay? And it's going to be required for teachers only from California and New York to take. Now listen to this. This is how conservatives are. This is why I tell y'all, you can't take these people seriously and you should never let them lead in your communities. Okay? Because they're dangerous to families and communities. This is why I say this. The test was created by PragerU. Y'all already know Prager is fucking trash, right? They indoctrinate. They don't teach and educate. There's a difference, right? So Oklahoma already has a teacher shortage. They need teachers fucking bad. So what does Oklahoma do? They have now put a test in place for just teachers from California and New York to guard against radical leftist ideology. Okay? And the test will protect Oklahoma classrooms from radical leftist ideology. And so the superintendent of Oklahoma schools has said the classrooms will be safeguarded from the radical leftist ideology fostered in places like California and New York. Any teacher coming from these states will be required to pass our new PragerU assessment before receiving certification because we refuse to let Gavin Newsom's woke Marxist agenda turn Oklahoma into the same dumpster fire California has become. First of all, that is not the definition of Marxism. Second of all, they don't want you to be woke. They want you to be what? Sleep as hell so they can pick your pockets and miseducate you and keep you poor. Y'all see that shit? Now, this is some of the questions on the test. What are the first 3 words of the Constitution? Why is freedom of religion important to America's identity? Now, first of all, I think that question is rich being on the exam because Republicans don't believe in freedom of religion. They believe you must be a Christian. Anything else they don't respect. But anyway, I digress. They ask, what are the 2 parts of the U.S. Congress? How many U.S. senators are there? Why do some states have some representatives? Why do some states have more representatives than others? That's just a small portion of some of the questions. My thing is, you know what, Oklahoma, give that test to the parents in your school districts. Bet you they can't answer them questions. I bet you those teachers cannot answer those questions. Bet. Yep, it's going to get worse and worse in Oklahoma. I told y'all I saw a video. I got to find that video because I think I want to do a video on that. Because I felt so sorry for the little girl. There was this conservative family, right? And they had a lot of kids, right? And so they were being interviewed. They were outside somewhere. And the lady, she's, they have all these kids, her and her husband. And so she says, oh, I'm so conservative. I don't even believe in birth control. And she laughed, stupid shit, right? And so their oldest child, it looks like it was a daughter. She was probably about 11, maybe 12, right? Not you can sing them from Schoolhouse Rock, dude, because you're educated. So they ask her, they say, what's 12 times 12? She didn't know. So then the guy says, what's 6 times 6? She said, I don't know. What's 5 times 5? She say 20. Her parents say, 25. We don't teach her that stuff. We teach the Bible. I felt sorry for that baby. Because to me, that's neglect. That is neglect. How does she not know how to multiply? What the hell? How is multiplication evil? Hey, Robert, how is multiplication so evil that she doesn't know how to multiply? No, I think she can read because they teach her the Bible. So she can read because they want her to read that. But the mother and the father went to college. So mama didn't get extra conservative until after she got her college degree. But she won't even teach her own daughter how to multiply. Man. But she ain't gonna be able to cook worth shit either. Think about it. I see you said the Bible and recipes. She ain't gonna even be able to cook. Want me to tell you why? Because she don't know math. Think about it. She doesn't know math. Now she can cook, but she ain't gonna be able to bake worth a shit. Okay? She ain't gonna be able to bake worth a shit. Because baking is math. That's science. So if she ain't learning math, you know she ain't learning no science. They're not teaching her any science there. They're not teaching her that stuff there. At all. I feel sorry for that young girl because that young girl, she gonna grow up. Whatever man she end up dealing with, she's stuck. She's stuck because she won't have enough education to get out of her circumstance. She gonna stay barefoot and pregnant and ignorant. That's it. That's going to be her entire life. Her parents don't love her because if her parents loved her, they would prepare her to be able to take care of herself. What happens if her husband dies? Then I guess she got to find some other man to lay up under to take care of her because she won't know how to take care of herself. Think about it. She hasn't been taught any skills. How to bake a pie, that's not a life skill that's going to keep you, that's not going to keep you from being homeless. No disrespect. So when I saw that video, I remember the look. I just felt so sorry for her. I was like, yo, because she doesn't even know she got these dumbass parents. She don't even know. It's just everyday normal for her to be born into that shit. Because the children don't get to pick their parents. You're born into that. You don't have any choices. So I feel for her because she has no choices. Her parents doing her dirty. Especially because her parents went to college. How are you going to go to college and not teach your baby multiplication? Because I figure if she don't know how to multiply, she don't know how to add, subtract, divide, because they don't see any use for that. They see no use for that. They're like, man, fuck, you don't need that shit. You don't need that. Let's teach you how to make a pot roast. Child. That's why I look at conservative women funny and I just go, it's all fun and games until those men decide to not treat you well. And then you realize you ain't got no money, no job, no skills, no support system, because he's going to isolate you from everybody except for the people that agree with the shit that he agrees with so they can snitch you out. See something. Sounds like they're setting her up. Oh, she's going to be a mark, Cassie. She's going to be a big mark. It's going to be a religious marriage wherever it's at. She's going to always be indoctrinated in religion. Religion is a way to control her. Religion is control. As I'm wrapping up tonight, I'm going to remind y'all something that I told y'all about earlier. I'm going to ask you, I'm going to talk about something, but I'm going to ask you a couple of rhetorical questions, right? Question. How come when it comes to religion, you know how they say you can't be greedy because that's a sin and all these things. How do you become a billionaire without being greedy? Because you know how people say they're Christian billionaires? Like, I don't understand how Joel Osteen can have all that money and still be a Christian. How? 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 Right? How? Right? So I ask this question. I go, how come you're poor? Like, we're working poor. We're the working class, right? Compared to the 1%, we're working poor, right? How come we got to wait till we die to get our riches, but rich people get to have their riches now? How come? How come it's okay for them to have their riches now, but you got to die and go to heaven with God, and then he going to give you all them riches? How come you can't have the riches now? How come you got to wait? How come rich people get to hoard all the money now, but you got to wait? I'm just telling people to ask yourself, what would Jesus do? Would Jesus be kicking it with Trump and them? Will he be making sure Jeff Bezos get another private island? Another private jet? Or would he be with us? Making sure Amazon workers get bathroom breaks. Making sure there are no hungry children. That's where he would be. He would not be with rich people. Y'all don't let rich people take your religion and then turn around and pimp out your Jesus and your God and make him seem like he's some fancy executive that wears the finest custom-made suits and has the best jewelry. That's not who God and Jesus is supposed to be. Hey, Karina. Hold on, I gotta show you stuff so people can see it. Because I don't know why TikTok did it like that. I'm not sure. They hid it for some reason. But ask yourself that question. All of these people trying to sell you on religion and shit. None of that's religious. That's man. That's not religion. That's man. Or to my point, it's Republican Jesus. That's not Jesus. That's a different Jesus. That Jesus that they worship, does not give a damn about anybody that don't have money. And they'll even tell you, well, rich people having money, that's God. And your suffering, rich people will tell you that's God too. Just be patient. You'll get it when you die. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. See, it's not just about the rich. It's also religion being too infused in your fucking government and in your culture. Religion is deeply entrenched in American culture. Deeply. Deeply. Don't keep allowing this stuff. Rich people ain't getting into heaven because they got a whole lot of money on earth. Not if you read the Bible. Don't make sense, right? Not I heard it's the whitey Jesus, not the right Jesus. Listen, Linda, listen. Listen. Did the Jesus look like Ned DeWino, like from Good Times? Y'all remember that time JJ painted that Jesus and the Jesus looked like Ned DeWino? And Florida being who she was. Because I still stand by my statement that the reason why they couldn't get out of the projects was because of Florida's ass. I stand by that. I stand by that because even when they was going to do something a little shady to get a little extra money, he going to flood. But God, shut up, girl. James trying to get some money up in here. Florida was always, but we can't. I hated her. She kept them in the fucking projects. And JJ put the cherry on top by tripping up Keith's ass at the wedding. I'm still mad about that. Long ass lanky legs all in the way and tripped up Keith. And then he got hurt and then they all end up living in there in their apartment together. Right, she got out after James died. But James didn't get out. Only way James got out was to die. Remember? Not only did Florida get out, she moved. Remember, she moved because she was with that guy. She met that Carl, I think it was. So she moves out the projects but left her children there. Child. I told y'all, Florida's, yeah, he went to Mississippi, but he died. He went there to work. I remember. None of them are my favorite characters, though. My favorite character, who is this? Y'all, before I say his name, who is that? And I ain't talking about JJ ass. Who is that? Sweet Daddy. Oh, I love me some Sweet Daddy. That was my man. No, not Michael. I love me some Sweet Daddy was my favorite. Sweet Daddy was my favorite when he would come through. He'd be like, hey, man, let me tell you, I'm Sweet Daddy. Listen, stop playing with him. I used to love me some Sweet Daddy. Every time Sweet Daddy came through. Oh, my name is Lenny, and I have plenty. I forgot about Lenny. I used to love me some Lenny, man. I love Lenny, too. Lenny, too, man. Listen, y'all know I watch movies, TV shows. Y'all know I love all the pop culture shit. Y'all know I love all the pop culture shit. You know I do. My name is Lenny and I have plenty. Listen. Damn, y'all gonna make me watch Good Times today. Y'all gonna make me watch Good Times. And I just been watching Martin a lot lately. Martin. Laughing my ass off. Because that show is still hilarious. Listen, there are things about Good Times I hate now, because when you watch Good Times now, there are things that you catch, but there are also a lot of good moments on Good Times. There are a lot of good moments in there. It's a lot of bad things, but it's a lot of good things in there too. I will give it that. It's a lot of good things in there too. Like Sweet Daddy. Like y'all remember when JJ called himself painting that picture of Sweet Daddy's girlfriend, and it didn't turn out too well. I remember that shit. That's Myra. That's Myra that used to be on Martin. You got to go to work on Myra's feet. I love me some damn Martin. Martin is still a classic TV show to watch. Still a classic TV show to watch. Hey, Misacito. I thank you all for joining me this afternoon. We had a great time together this afternoon, did we not? I appreciate it. Oh, look, you guys, we got over 105,000 likes. I appreciate that. Yeah, she was in Boomerang too. I forgot about that. Yep, she was in Boomerang. That lady was in a lot of stuff because she had great comedic timing. That lady was in a lot of stuff. I still watch The Jeffersons, knowing that you could never make The Jeffersons these days. People are too sensitive. You couldn't make The Jeffersons or All in the Family. People can't handle it. That was John Weathers' wife? Oh, John Witherspoon's wife in the movie. Yeah, she was. Oh, the buffet was delicious. I did go. I went. I just didn't take no pictures or video and put it on the internet. But I did go to the buffet right after I got these nails painted. Yes, I did. And it was delicious. All right, yeah, she was the landlord. Oh, yeah, I remember the episode where James had high blood pressure. Like I said, I still watch Good Times from time to time. I still watch it. Yeah, Whoopi had a good sitcom, too. It didn't last that long, but she did. I remember that sitcom. I thank you all for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the likes. We got 108,000 likes tonight. We got 201 shares. That's the most shares I've ever had in a live. Thank you all so much. I want to say again, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed yourself tonight, especially because we keep it as a troll-free zone so we can have adult conversations and have some fun. So I thank you. I hope you had a great time this evening with me and hope that you come back. My next, I go live every day, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and then 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Want to remind you all, don't forget, for those of you that like to watch movies with us, because we also do a movie discussion every month where we watch a movie and then discuss it. I need you to click the link in my bio and go check out the movie poll and vote on the final poll because we had a three-way tie between They Live, Run, and Straw. Okay? So I need you guys to vote. The poll closes tomorrow. There's only one day left. Then we're going to watch the movie and discuss it before this month is over. Okay? So listen, if you like these conversations we had tonight, I have unfiltered conversations in my Patreon. Go check it out. For my circle members and above, well, not even above the circle members, for my paid Patreon members, just to let you guys know, specifically my full access members, tonight a note is going to drop, a new note where I talk about this money thing, right? And then community circle members, you'll be getting it after that. You're going to like this note. It's a really good conversation. I love you guys. I thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you. I always appreciate y'all because the honest truth is, without you, there is no me in terms of doing this type of thing that I do, right? So thank you so much. I'd be in here talking to my family and they'd be like, stop talking to me. I don't care about what they're doing. I just don't care. Why? Right. So now I get it out in other places and I don't have to sit there and tell them all day. Like, did you see what they did? They don't care. They don't care. I be sitting there talking to the cat. The cat just be looking like, you sent me a message on Substack? Okay, I'll check it out. I haven't been on Substack today. I'll check it out, Lori. Thank you all so much. Before I go, I do this every live. I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters, but I want to tell you this. No matter who you are and what you sent, even if it was only a penny, I appreciate it. Pennies add up to dollars. So I'm not one of those creators that's like, that's it. No, thank you so much, because you ain't even have to do that. So I appreciate you. Now, I'm going to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters. I appreciate you so much. Number 1, my dog is Charlie. Thank you, beautiful, and thank you for helping me with moderation this afternoon. It is so greatly appreciated because I don't catch everything. Number 2, beautiful Kim. Number 3, beautiful Stacy D. Number 4, beautiful Create Waves. Number 5, handsome Russ Nelson. And a special shout out to number 6, beautiful Living Life. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Yeah, check out the Substack for the written commentary. I do a lot of blog posts and stuff over there. So a lot of written commentary over there. So check it out. I think you'll like it. All the links, everywhere you see me, all the links are in my bio right here on TikTok. I put the live from this morning already up on YouTube. I'm going to put this one up this evening on YouTube. Thank you all for joining me. And I'm going to tell you, like I always tell you, don't let nobody live rent-free in your head. Don't feed the trolls. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning. I'll be on here a little earlier because it's Friday. I usually try to help you get ready for the week, you know, for going in for that day. So I'll be around earlier than 9 tomorrow. But I will still be here at 9 when you get on, if you don't get on until 9. I love you guys. Peace out. I'll see you tomorrow morning.